My name is Maria Villalobos, and being a first-generation college student has really shaped my identity and who I am as a person, as well as my college career, and has really shaped on what I really want to do in the future. When I started applying for college, it was a really difficult process for me and my family. I really had no idea what I was doing. I was kind of following what my friends were doing, and transitioning from being at home to being completely on my own was really difficult at first. Like many college students experience that. But I think just never having an idea of what that would look like, or my parents never having an idea, made it a little bit more difficult. Something that I was a part of when I started going to FSU was I was part of a living learning community, which was called WINSI, which was for women in science and engineering programs at FSU. And I feel like now, thinking back in my experience, a lot of the women in that program didn't really look like me, and the director of the program didn't really look like me, and she kind of discouraged me from finding a passion in medicine and science, and kind of told me, oh, you should really look into doing something else. Two experiences that really started my transition into college life was leadership, and through that experience I met some of the most amazing leaders that I could really relate to, and I also got to meet one of my biggest mentors throughout my college career, which was Dr. Osteen, and also LaDania, who she became a mentor to me and was a fellow Latina woman working in education, and those two people really inspired the rest of my college career. One of the proudest moments I think I have from being at FSU is founding Leones, which is a tutoring organization for ESOL students. We saw a really big need for guidance and tutoring in the Leon County schools, so we would go into these classrooms and tutor students who didn't really speak a lot of English and had a really hard time in core classes in school. Even though halfway through my college experience, I decided not to do med school anymore. I changed my complete career path. I still kept doing research and did an honors thesis with the neuroscience department. And I did research for 3 years under Dr. Anne-Marie Torregrosa, who just really inspired me to continue following the things that I was interested in and being involved in science as a Latina woman. I completed my honors thesis, and it's something that I'm really proud to this day. It didn't only give me that experience, but it also helped me with my writing abilities and my presentation abilities, and it's something that I'm really thankful for. I would say the biggest experience I had throughout my college career was being part of the Hispanic Latino Student Union. It was really the first time where I found a family at FSU and people who had similar experiences like me, who I could talk the same way that I talked, who understood where I was coming from, who understood my family dynamics, and I felt like I was part of something bigger. Through this experience, I was also given a seat at the table. I met a lot of student leaders, I met a lot of faculty and staff who really shaped the person I am today, and I think it just exposed me to so many different experiences that I would have never had the chance to do if I didn't discover this area of campus. When I really think about the reason why I'm here today and the reason why I want to continue doing this work and working with students, a lot of it is tied to my teaching experience. When I think about a part of my life where it was really transformative and where I really opened my eyes to the realities that a lot of students have to face, I have to look back at my teaching experience in Miami and my teaching experience in San Francisco or Redwood City, and just seeing how hard my students were working and how resilient they were and how many obstacles they had to overcome, even in like 5th grade, kindergarten, and just how unfair it would be for these students to have so many more roadblocks when they get to college. Like, it's taking them so long to get there, and like for them not to have the resources and the support they need to get through college is really unfair and unjust. So when I think about why I'm really passionate about this project, not this project, but this career and how I see myself working with students in the future, I think a lot about my students and how close they are to getting there and to like having a better financial future for themselves and their families, and just so many opportunities that await them, but also knowing that college is really hard for students that look like them and for students who look like me. And I want to be a support system for those students, and I want to make sure that I open and disrupt spaces so that they can be part of those spaces as well. When I think about students like Gabby or Jaquan, who are so brilliant and so passionate about science or reading or English or whatever it is that they're passionate about. I want college to be a space for them to grow. I want college to be a place for them to really experience everything that life has to offer, and for them to really find a passion, just like I did when I was in undergraduate school, and not just for them, not just for my students, but for all students who have fought so hard to get here. I want to be in a position where I can be a support system for them and make sure that they have all the doors open or as much access as they can when they go through these institutions.
When I scared, I'm black. When I sick, I'm black. And when I die, I'm still black. And you white fellows, when you born, you pink. When you go up, you white. When you in sun, you red. When you cold, you blue. When you scared, you yellow. When you sick, you green. And you call me color? Yeah!